Hello, my name is ShaneidaMonique and welcome. Today's video is why is the narcissist so jealous of you? Now, before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate it, and you guys are the best for subscribing and watching my videos and for your love and support. I really do appreciate it, so thank you. All right, but getting to the video, why the narcissist is probably so jealous of you. It's not actually going to be the things that you would think a person is normally jealous of. Usually people, when we think that someone is jealous of us, we think that they're jealous because of our looks. We think that they're jealous because of our hair, because of the money that we have, the car that we drive, right? And we tend to feel like people are jealous for various reasons, usually materialistic jealousy. Now, when it comes to narcissistic people, and believe me, I'm talking about narcissistic people that are not technically diagnosed as narcissists, like the personality disorder narcissist, but have narcissistic traits. And if they ever actually went to therapy, they probably would be diagnosed. Okay, because there's a bunch of narcissistic people running around here undiagnosed they're just making our lives miserable. And so getting back into this video of why someone who is a narcissist would be jealous of you, I'm going to say number one is usually they're jealous of your relationships and the love that surrounds you. When it comes to narcissistic people, you have to think that this person is highly insecure. This person is highly, just emotionally usually unavailable with people because they usually put on a mask. And what happens is that when you put on a mask and you do not allow people to actually view you, see your vulnerability, and love you for who you are, that's a problem, especially for a person who is seeking love constantly. And what a narcissistic person is doing is they are seeking approval constantly. They're seeking validation constantly. And if you're a person that, let's say, you don't even have to have the greatest relationship when it comes to like the people in your circle, parents, siblings, or whatever, if the narcissist views that your relationship is better than what their relationship is, then of course they're going to be jealous of that. All right, you might have a parent, a mother who just genuinely loves you, right? Narcissistic person could be jealous of the love that you have with your mother. Let's say you're a person who were raised with your father, and let's say this narcissistic person doesn't have a father or doesn't have a good relationship with their father. They can be jealous of the relationship that you have there, causing conflict, making sly comments here and there. And you naturally would never ever think that somebody would be jealous if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, somebody that you really, really like. Do not be surprised that this narcissistic person would be willing to sabotage your relationships with people, be willing to talk behind their back to say that this person's not really into you. I think that they're cheating. It's possible. Like, don't be surprised that this narcissistic person that's in your life will go ahead and start sabotaging the relationships that you have. And again, this is only because they're jealous of the relationships that you have with various people. They're jealous of the relationships that you might have with your parents. They're jealous of the relationships that you may have with your siblings, with your friends. Definitely jealous of the relationships that you would have with a child, which is weird and the most toxic one, but it happens. And also jealous if this narcissistic person is somebody that's not involved with you romantically, but they could be jealous of the boyfriend or girlfriend or the spouse that you have, and always causing conflict around that. All right, so that's number one, is going to be the relationships. They're jealous of the relationships that you have. Number two, a narcissistic person could 100% be jealous of you for your career. Narcissistic people have a tendency to want to be at the top of their game when it comes to careers, when it comes to bosses. You find this in a lot of places where narcissistic men and women like to elevate themselves to be the boss so that they can dictate and tell other people what to do. And normally, with that being said, is that a narcissistic person will always try to rise to the top. Now, let's say that you are friends with a narcissist and you work for the same company or whatever the case is. Let's say now you're going after the same position. Do not be surprised that your narcissistic friend will sabotage you in order to gain that position. Do not be surprised that your narcissistic friend would throw you under the bus in order to make themselves look better, in order to acquire that position. Okay. Now, if you somehow, get the position over this narcissistic person, then believe me, but you better watch your back, because if they want something, it's by all costs that they're going to get it. All right. Usually when it comes to like narcissistic people in the workplace, they're usually bullies, right? They usually put people who are cunning and rude at times, and can also be very charming, right? When it comes to like bosses or people that have authority over them, they'll be very charming with that person. And then for anybody that's beneath them, or usually sometimes even on the same level, they're rude and a little bit obnoxious. So if you see somebody flipping very frequently between those personalities, based upon like who they're talking to or who they're interacting with, then that should be a little red flag for you. All right. Also, too, when it comes to the narcissist being jealous of you, they're jealous of your physical characteristics, physical appearance. All right. If you are somebody that they deem pretty or handsome, and the craziest part about it is that you don't necessarily even have to be prettier than them, or even more attractive than them. If they view you as any type of competition, then the jealousy will arise. If somebody, let's say that you feel like that your looks is just average or mediocre, and but you somehow, people like you, people gravitate to you, people, guys always tend to approach you, right? You're not the type of person that you always need to be done up or whatever the case is, but a narcissistic person will be jealous of that. They'll say to themselves, well, what makes her better? Like, why does he always get the girls? Like, you don't even work out. And in that sense, when it comes to a narcissistic person, believe me, they're jealous, still being jealous of just the person that you naturally are. The person that you naturally are causes them to arise some type of competition where they want to now hate on you. All right. And these are things that you have no control over, right? You never know who finds you attractive, who gravitates towards you or whatever. It's just the energy that's radiating. But when it comes to narcissistic people, they see that, they notice it. And the funniest thing about with a narcissistic person is that we as people, when we attract these narcissistic people, we never know exactly what they saw in us. But the very thing that this narcissistic person sees within you, the very thing that they are jealous of, is your gift. It is the thing about you that is so special that you somehow cannot see for yourself. But a narcissistic person 100% has sniffed it out, and that's what they're gunning for. All right. They see that you have a certain light about you. They see that you have a certain je ne sais quoi about you, and that's what they want for themselves. But obviously, you can't go around stealing people's blessings. That's not how things work around here. All right. But you also need to keep that in mind, that when you do attract a narcissistic person, when you do notice that a narcissistic person is gravitating towards you, ask yourself, what is it about me that actually brings these people forward? What is it about me that they find so attractive? Sometimes if you're friends with a narcissistic person, you can ask them without kind of bringing so much attention to yourself. Just be like, hey, listen, well, why are you my friend? What's the best thing about me that you really, really like? So, you can play a little game with them if you're the type of person that you continuously have narcissistic people in your life and you are not letting them go yet. But you should be letting them go. But I understand. I understand. Some of them are just unavoidable. And narcissistic people, they're fun sometimes. All right. They're the life of the party at times. They're the life of the party until they become the nightmare of your life. Okay. The third reason why a narcissistic person could be jealous of you, and and this is going to be, I'm going into another realm with this one, but it kind of ties into the last. But the narcissistic person is jealous because they see your blessings upon you. They actually can see that you have a calling on your life, that you have great things that you should be accomplishing, great things that are laying out before you that they themselves wish that they had, and it makes them jealous. Usually when you see somebody that's operating out of their gift, they're actually pursuing their purpose, that is going to bring a lot of animosity and jealousy amongst people who are not doing those things, who do not have that gift or that calling. Okay, there's nothing that you can do about it, really. But when it comes to narcissistic people, they will try to sabotage you. Whereas, you might see somebody who has a great gift, a great calling. Sometimes it's with singing, and you hear them singing, you're like, oh my God, your voice is beautiful. I wish that I could sing like that. And that's innocent. It's light, right? Or another gift might be, oh, you have a great gift of just being an organized person. You're diligent, you're disciplined. Oh, I love it. I wish that I could be that way. And when it comes to a narcissistic person, they don't necessarily. It's not jealousy in a way of, oh, they wish that for themselves so that they can improve. It's more so a jealousy that is, oh, you have that gift. Ugh, you don't even deserve it. That is their attitude when it comes to actually being jealous of you, of your gifts, of your purpose, your life mission, whatever that case is. Everybody is different. So if you're a person that you have found that, then of course you're going to get some haters along the way. But if you are in cahoots, friendship circle, or anything, in any close proximity with a narcissistic person, believe me, the hate is going to be real. The hate is going to be bubbling over. It's going to look something like this person always telling you, like, oh, you think that you're going to make it? Like, you think that this is going to be it for you? I don't think that career makes any money. I don't think doing that you're going to make any money. But whatever, if that's your little thing, you go ahead and do it. Like that, you're going to sense the animosity. You're going to sense the jealousy when it comes to a narcissistic person, when it comes to them recognizing that you have a gift within yourself, and especially when you start to cultivate that gift. All right. This is just what you have to deal with every day with narcissistic people that refuse to get help. And you do have some narcissistic people that do go to therapy. But I must say, I don't know. Sometimes I be thinking that some of the therapists is narcissistic when I have some of these conversations. Now, you do have wonderful, wonderful, great therapists. But yeah, some of them, I would say that now, like, one of my gifts is the fact that I can sniff out a narcissistic person so well within the first. It used to take me some time to sniff them out, but now so quickly within the first conversation, I'm able to pinpoint, boom, 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 like, oh, dang. You're a little narcissistic, aren't you? But what's funny is that when you sniff out a narcissist and you know that this person is narcissistic, the last thing that you should do is call them out on it. The last thing you should do is say, hey, you have some narcissistic traits, and here's the list of what they are. Like, a lot of times I don't want that smoke anyway. I don't want it because a narcissist could be, they'll fight you to the death, and I ain't got time for all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm too busy preparing myself for all my blessings that's coming. I ain't got time to be over here word sparring with y'all demons. Okay? Anyway, So as always, I hope that this video was helpful. If you made it this far, then of course give me a thumbs up, please, because it helps my channel. And giving me a thumbs up is free for you, and it don't cost me no money either, okay? All right, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you did subscribe to my channel. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. I do appreciate it. All right, and yeah, thank you guys. I love you. I will chat with you soon. Bye.